it's just so ominous. It really is. I feel like it just fits in with the season.
Kind of.
And it just flows. It's got legs. It tracks.
I think so.
Welcome to another episode of the Nick and Dan Show. Dan,
Hi.
Nick, and we're just going to stop introducing the asshole. He's already passed out drunk, so don't worry about who's behind me right now. I sure as hell don't. So then, it's obviously the Halloween season. We're getting closer and closer to the day at hand. I'm excited.
Me too.
Free candy.
Free candy.
But in the meantime, we're going to continue to play you awesome Misfit songs. You know, until we get sick and tired of that, or until we think of something else to play. So,
Yes, sir.
shall we?
I think so.
So here we go. Possession of the mind is a different thing. It's a transformation, it's a good to kill. Not the body of a man for love. Not the face of the one you know. 'Cause I turned into a Martian. Oh, I can't even recall my name. Oh, got a father even sleeping night. Oh, I can get into a Martian today. I walk down city streets, all the adults expecting human world. Inhuman in your best. That's why I mark the off coast. I can get into a Martian. Oh, I can't even recall my name. Oh, got a heart to even sleep at night. Oh, I can get into a Martian today. Well, I turned into a Martian. Oh, I can't even recall my name. Oh, got the heart to even sleep at night. Oh, I can live into a Martian today.
A Martian?
Martians are scary.
Are you a gray?
Maybe I'm a xenomorph.
Oh, shit.
We'll be right back. Hey rats, before we continue, just want to remind you to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. That way you keep up to date with all the cool new videos coming out weekly from Exham Priory. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, now that all the foam's out of my beer.
Well, you know, you drop your beer, that's what fucking happens.
And then you forget about it 10 seconds later and try to crack it open.
Want to know who wouldn't forget? Carl. That's right. Shut up, dude. You're drunk. Go back to sleep.
I thought we were just going to forget him.
I mean, you know, we gotta reference him here and there. He's drunk. He's half passed out. Whatever.
Okay.
Welcome to another episode of the Nick and Dan Show. Happy Halloween season, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, in case you're curious about this amazing shirt that I'm wearing, it's available at our store. I think I've got links down below where it says, like, buy our shirts or something like that. It doesn't matter.
Something about, hey, it's payday, you got some extra cash laying around.
Yeah, you know, you got extra cash laying around. $15, just saying.
$15, little man.
Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show.
ASCAP rights.
That's right, gotta cut it off early. But anyway, because we worry about ASCAP rights. But anyway, it's another wonderful week here at the Nick and Dan Show. And we decided to talk about horror movie weapons.
Yeah!
Woo! So, you know, this could be wielded by usually the killer, bad guy, but I guess, some of the heroes or heroines, however that's pronounced, heroine? Heroine? I don't know, I'm going to go with heroine because it's kind of like Halloween.
Sure.
We're just going to go with that. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. But, there's always some pretty nifty weapons you find in various horror movies, and I think we should talk about those, Dan.
All right. Now, are we talking weapons in general, or are we going to start with something like the classic weapons?
I mean, we can start with the classic weapons to begin. So what's jumping to your mind right off the bat for classic weapons?
Well, I mean, the movie says it all. Halloween, we're in the season, so
all right.
I'm going to have to go with Michael Myers and your classic butcher knife, the biggest knife in the block.
That is a very valid point. Now, okay, the effectiveness of this weapon. Let's talk about the effectiveness of a butcher knife when you're in a horror movie. Now, I mean, it's a pretty sturdy blade usually, unless you cheaped out and went with the Walmart special.
Yeah.
But if you spent even a good kitchen knife set, what would say $100 to start getting yourself into the okay realm.
Yeah, something like that.
And you want the full tang blade. That means the blade goes all the way through the handle.
Yeah.
You really want that sturdiness behind from stabbing to get through the rib cage.
Absolutely. None of that hidden tang bullshit.
No, that bullshit's going to break right off before you even get in through the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
So, the effectiveness of this weapon. What are your thoughts on a butcher knife for a weapon?
Well, it's pretty fucking scary.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever had a butcher knife pulled on you. I've had a couple of crazy exes.
I have not had a butcher knife pulled on me, no. Butter knife once.
Yeah, I had one of those get stuck in the front door. Anywho, just visually, it's fucking frightening.
Right, it's intimidating. It's a very intimidating weapon. I mean, I feel like it's a very effective weapon because think about it, in close quarters. If you're in a hallway, you just got this little bitty blade. You can slash a little bit. You can stab.
Yeah.
You can stab this way too. Kind of like Psycho. Almost. So it's even more of a classic weapon than we realize. It's been around since the 60s.
Yes.
Although I feel like butcher knives were a thing before then, but nobody ever really thought to serial killer.
Absolutely not. You just said it. The butcher knife was invented in the 60s.
That's right. Boom. Right there. Don't look that up. Don't fact check it.
Nope.
All right. So the butcher knife, an obvious classic. Pretty easy to get your hands on one, so it's openly available. All right. Now, from there, let's stick with the blades.
All right.
Let's go with the machete, made famous by Jason Voorhees. So, and I'm sure a couple of other horror movie characters, but I most notably think of Jason.
I think you kind of have to.
Right. Now, that's, again, intimidating. That's a great big, you call that a knife?
There's the reason why the cartels use them.
Right. That's a brutal weapon right there. It's used for hacking through the jungle. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that's a pretty good weapon, but again, we got to think of it as a well-rounded weapon. It's not so great for stabbing.
Yeah, depending on your blade shape, but yes, I see where you're going.
Right, that's a very long blade. You're going to have some bend to it. I feel like the stabbing isn't going to be the most effective, even though they certainly show them stabbing people in the movies, but, are we going to base reality on the movies?
Why not?
Yes,
base
yes,
reality
we are.
On Facebook.
Yes, we are. But close quarters, again, let's say you're in a house somewhere. You're not going to have that full swinging power,
you got to have room to wind that up.
Right. So, okay.
I'd say that's more of an open field kill sort of situation.
Gotcha. So the open field kill. If you're in an open field, watch out for machetes.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep with the classics. We're going good.
Sticking with the machete, again, not so easily obtainable.
That is true. It's kind of hard to get your hands on the machete unless you're going to a Gander Mountain. I'm sure they got them just laying around.
They got them, but it's again with did you cheap out and get the crappy butcher knife or did you get an actual chef's knife?
Okay, fair.
So, if you're going for, hardcore killing with a machete, don't get it in Walmart. Don't get it at Gander Mountain.
Right there. Tips. In case you want to be the killer in the horror movie, don't shop at Walmart or Gander Mountain or anything like that.
No.
Go online. All right, so we got the knife, we got the butcher knife, we got the machete.
All right.
What else jumps to your mind?
Well, now, again, not so obtainable, not the most practical, especially for sneaking up on people.
Okay.
Let's go with the chainsaw.
The chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Name says it all.
It really does. All right, so let's go with the intimidation factor first. What are your thoughts on the scale of 1 to 10? What would you say?
35.
35 intimidation factor. That's a valid statement.
Yeah.
You hear that thing roaring out of nowhere, and that just makes your balls or even your vagina, whatever you got, just jump up into your abdomen.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, all right, so locally we have a great set of, scary houses. Or, what's the word I'm looking for? Haunted houses, whatever they might be. But Fright World.
Yes.
We have Fright World here in Western New York, and one of the areas you go into at the end, all of a sudden, as you just think you're getting out, you're free and safe. You just hear this chainsaw fire up, and even though you know it's fake, you still, you jump and you run. I won't lie, I definitely left my wife and her friends and my friends in the dust. Because I was making it to the end of that horror movie, that's for damn sure.
You were going to be Final Girl.
That's right, I was going to be Final Girl. If I got to throw on a wig and just stuff a little bit to make it through, I'm willing to make these sacrifices.
All right, so he's willing to do whatever it takes.
But again, not easily something you come across. You don't want to go to Home Depot for something like this because they just have the basic ones. You really want to go all out.
You want to go to an outright retailer. So, again, not your Home Depot. Go directly to the steel retailer. Go directly towards the steel retailer.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but also, again, not a real convenient weapon either.
No, not at all.
It's not going to do well in close quarters. It could run out of gas, and
not to mention the fact that you got to pull start it, because I don't know if they ever made a fuel-injected chainsaw.
I don't think they did.
I don't know.
No, I've never seen one, and honestly, if I saw one, I'd be like, that's garbage. Give me the pull start.
No.
All right, so the chainsaw. Definitely up there on the intimidation factor. Not the most versatile of weapons, but it does the trick real quick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's keep the classics. Freddy Krueger's glove.
Ah, yes.
Also kind of in the vein of the knives and the blades. That thing is just scary and also a little perverse looking too. So it's got that extra level of creepiness to it.
Yeah.
Because, it could be this well-oiled hand inside that glove ready to do other things after he's done slicing and dicing. So we got Freddy Krueger's glove. What are your thoughts on the glove?
Well, intimidation factor, you got long fingernails until you're really up there.
Right.
Close
kind of low on the spectrum then for intimidation.
Close quarter combat situation, I'd say it's a definite win.
Right, that's going to be real effective. You could just spirit somebody like that and boom, done. Plus, again, you got the ability for the slashing and the dicing and the screaming and the dying.
Slicing and dicing and making julienne fries.
There you go. So it's also, it's got multiple uses to it.
Absolutely.
These are great things to be aware of. All right, so Krueger's glove, maybe not the most intimidating in the world. No. Certainly versatile.
Yes.
I don't know how durable it's going to be.
I guess it depends on your hand strength.
I guess, the quality of the leather and the metal that you use. So ultimately, if you're going to be the killer in the movie, don't cheap out on your weapon.
Pretty much.
Just spend a couple extra bucks. It's not going to matter in the long run.
Not at all. I got one last one to throw at you.
Okay.
We're going to go a little old school on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Not so common. Miner's pickaxe.
My Bloody Valentine. Wielded by Harry. That's a great movie, first of all. Both the original from the 70s, I believe 78.
I think so.
And the remake from the mid-2000s, starring Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
Ta-da.
So, all right, yeah, that's a great weapon right there. Sturdy as all shit. Not easy to come across one either. You got it at Home Depot, but again, I don't know the quality of the Home Depot models. So you might want to search around for this a little bit. Not great in close quarters, though. Although, you know what? In the caves, he did a really good job of using that because you can also use it to smash out the lights, kind of clunk somebody with.
Yeah. But
as far as its full-on use, again, that's kind of an open field kill.
Little cumbersome, but handy.
So, intimidation factor on this, though. I feel like this one's going to be pretty high up the scale. You see somebody coming at you with a pickaxe, a miner's axe, I'm worried.
Now, see, I'm gonna second that with depending on who's wielding it.
All right, so you're saying if Richard Simmons is wielding it, not the most intimidating.
Not really.
But if a guy wearing a miner's mask is wielding it, I'm worried.
He's seen some shit. He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
He definitely has. And guys, that's about it. We'll catch up with you next week on Halloween to wrap up the Halloween season. Have a good one.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween, Halloween.